Hi everyone, good evening. In this session we will discuss about megasporogenesis, formation of a female gametophyte and formation of the embryo sac. Let us start the session. Hi everyone, in this session we will discuss about megasporogenesis, female gametophyte and the formation of the embryo sac. So let us start with the megasporogenesis, and the page numbers you have to remember. These are all belongs to these three pages, page number 25, 26 and 27. And let's start with megasporogenesis. What is megasporogenesis? Megasporogenesis means the process of formation of megaspores. The process of formation of megaspores from the megaspore mother cell. From the megaspore mother cell is called as a megasporogenesis. Again I will repeat, the process of formation of megaspores from the megaspore mother cell is called as megasporogenesis. Here is a question, another question, where this megasporogenesis is occur. Here if you see, this is the diagram. Already we know this diagram. We discussed about this diagram in the previous class. We will call it as a ovule. If you observe the ovule, several parts are located. Already we know that one. So this is called outer integument, and this is called inner integument, and both sides, outer integument and inner integuments, are located. Between the integuments there is a small pore is present. There is a small pore is present, which we will call it as a micropyle. Why I am saying these are all means you can understand later. So here see, this is called micropyle, and inside the micropyle or inside the inner integument, inside the micropyle or inside the inner integument, there is a membrane called as nucellus. There is a membrane called as nucellus. And the next one is inside the nucellus. Already we know embryo sac is formed. So inside the nucellus, embryo sac is present. And we know that what is a nucellus. Nucellus is a nutrient. It contains nutrients and supplies the nutrients to the embryo sac. And the next one, very very important, what we are discussing, that one we will discuss now. Here see, below, inside the micropyle, here inside the micropyle nucellus is present. Inside the edges of the nucellus having a large cell is present in this place, which is called as MMC. What is MMC? Megaspore mother cell. Here the megaspore mother cell is located at the micropylar end. Inside the nucellus, edges of the nucellus, the megaspore mother cell is located. If you want to see this structure here like this, it is impossible to identify the megaspore mother cell. We cannot see the megaspore mother cell like this. So then I will draw another diagram for you. Here it is. This is a diagram. So what is this means? in the central portion here is a oval shaped structure is present. This is nothing but megaspore mother cell. So this is megaspore mother cell, MMC. This megaspore mother cell having abundant cytoplasm is present, and also there is a nucleus, prominent nucleus is also present inside. And what about outside? Outside of the megaspore mother cell, this is nothing but nucellus. And outside of the nucellus, already we know that this is a nucellus. Inside, outside of the nucellus, what is present? Micropyle. So this location is nothing but micropylar end. This is micropylar end, and this is nucellus, and inside the nucellus megaspore mother cell is present. With the help of this diagram, easily you can understand everything. If you see this diagram, you cannot, but we can identify the location with the help of this diagram. How is it will be, how the megaspore mother cell will be, with the help of this diagram easily we can understand everything. So this is the largest cell located inside the nucellus or edges of the nucellus, which is nothing but megaspore mother cell, and outside of the megaspore mother cell nucellus is present, and outside of the nucellus what is present? Micropylar end is located. We know what is the role of micropylar end. So it allows the male nuclei into the embryo sac during fertilization. And we know about nucellus, it manufactures the nutrients, which having nutrients which supplies to the embryo sac. We will discuss later. And the next one is this megaspore mother cell. Again we will discuss again we will see the definition of megasporogenesis. So see here the process of formation of megaspores from the megaspore mother cell is called as megasporogenesis. That means here megaspore mother cell, this megaspore mother cell only makes megaspores. This mother only makes their children. They are nothing but megaspores. How? Means if you see this megaspore mother cell, it is a oval shaped and largest cell. And if you see how this megaspore mother cell makes the megaspores, means here this megaspore mother cell undergoes meiotic division. It undergoes meiotic division. Another name is also there for meiotic division. It is also called as a reduction division. Reduction division. We can call it as a reduction. We can call the meiotic division as a reduction division. Okay, so megaspore mother cell. How the megaspore mother cell forms the megaspores means the megaspore mother cell undergoes meiotic division, which is also called as a reduction division. What is reduction division or meiotic division? Already you know this one. If the megaspore mother cell having 2n nuclei, it is in a diploid state. If this megaspore mother cell undergoes meiotic division and forms the cells, those cells having only single n. That means half of the number of nucleus are present in the daughter cell compared to the parent cell. So if it is happen means that is called as a meiotic division. Already you know this one. So the megaspore mother cell undergoes meiotic division or reduction division, and finally how it divides, how it shows the division means This is actually, it is a single cell. When this megaspore mother cell undergoes meiotic division, this megaspore mother cell divides twice. Twice means how many cells it forms? Means 1, 2, 3, 4. That means at first 2 divisions it shows. In the first division, suppose here it is. Here this is the megaspore mother cell. Imagine at first in the first division, this megaspore mother cell divides into 2, and the nucleus also the same. The nucleus also divides into 2 equal halves, and one daughter nuclei moves that side, another daughter nuclei moves this side. Then 2 cells are megaspores are formed at first. In the second division, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 megaspores the mother cell forms. How means? With the help of meiotic division. The megaspore mother cell undergoes meiotic division or reduction division. In the first division, it forms 2 megaspores. In the second division, it forms 4 megaspores. How many megaspores the megaspore mother cell forms? 4 megaspores it forms. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 megaspores are there. Okay, in these 4, all are not functional megaspores. In these 4, 3 megaspores are. In these 4, 3 megaspores are. 3 megaspores are non-functional. 3 megaspores are non-functional. That means there is no function for them. That's why the 3 megaspores, 2, 3, 4, these 3 megaspores are non-functional. That's why these 3 are degenerates. Only 1 megaspore is present. So only 1 megaspore is present. Only 1 megaspore is present. This megaspore develop like a female gametophyte. This megaspore, is it functional or non-functional? This megaspore is called as a functional. This megaspore we will call it as a functional megaspore. This megaspore we will call it as a functional megaspore. Remaining 3 are non-functional, they are degenerate. So this functional megaspore develop like a female gametophyte. And the female gametophyte is also known as embryo sac. That means this functional megaspore develop like a female gametophyte or embryo sac. And the next one is if the embryo sac or female gametophyte, if embryo sac or female gametophyte is formed from the megaspore, means if embryo sac or female gametophyte is formed from the functional megaspore, means it is called as monosporic development. It is called as a monosporic development. Again I will repeat. If female gametophyte or embryo sac is developed from functional megaspore means it is called as a monosporic development. Monosporic development. The third topic is the formation of the embryo sac. So, how the embryo sac develops? Let us study formation of the embryo sac in a little bit more detail. And already we know that there is a functional megaspore. There is a functional megaspore which develop like a female gametophyte or embryo sac. This functional megaspore only forms the embryo sac. How means? Let us see. Here I will draw a rough diagram of functional megaspore. Imagine this is a functional megaspore. So here in the functional megaspore, there is a nucleus. Nucleus is present inside. So this nucleus undergoes mitotic division. It shows mitotic division, or it is also known as equational division. We can call mitotic division as equational division. So what happens? See, this is a single nuclei. In the mitotic division, this single nuclei, I will draw the diagram. A single nuclei shows mitotic division and forms two nuclei. There are three stages are present in the mitotic division. So this functional megaspore shows three mitotic divisions. In the first stage of mitotic division, the nuclei of the functional megaspore forms the two nuclei. These two nuclei move to the opposite poles. They will move to the opposite poles. And in the second stage, this is the first stage of mitotic division, and in the second stage, four nuclei are formed. In the functional megaspore, this is the functional megaspore, four nuclei are formed. In the third stage of mitotic division, 8 nuclei are formed. In the first stage 2, second stage 4, and third stage 8 nuclei are formed. Later, this entire structure of the megaspore develop like a embryo sac. 8 nucleated megaspore. We can call this structure as 8 nucleated megaspore. Later we can call this one as 8 nucleated embryo sac. Now what happens? See, I will draw this diagram here. This is embryo sac which having 8 nuclei. 8 nucleus are there. So here see, 3 nuclei moves towards the anterior direction, and 3 nuclei are moves towards the anterior direction, 3 nuclei are moves towards the posterior direction. Anterior and posterior direction. And the remaining 2 nuclei are situated in the central portion of the cell or central portion of the embryo sac. whenever these nuclei are moved towards the opposite poles, around the nucleus the cell wall covers. This is the cell wall which covers each nuclei. Then whenever the cell wall covers each nuclei, then we can call each individual as a cell. We can call each portion as a cell. Whenever the nuclei covers with the cell wall, then we can call each one as a cell. Here in the anterior direction, anterior means in the anterior side, which one is present in the ovule? Chalazal. Chalaza is present in this anterior side. So then these three cells which are formed in the anterior chalazal side or chalazal end, which are called as antipodals. That means these cells we will call them as antipodals. And what about the another side? This posterior side also the same. Here the two nuclei also covered with a wall, cell wall. And here see these three cells are situated here, posterior cells. These are also we can call them as cells. Three cells are formed. Above three cells and below also the three cells. And here there is a difference between these three. In the central portion of the posterior side, central portion, there is a cell. This is called as egg, and both sides of the egg are called as synergids. That means two synergids are present in the posterior side, or what we can say micropolar end. Here micropolar end, this side micropolar end, three cells are present, three cells are formed. In the center portion of the synergids, egg is situated, and remaining two, both sides of the egg are called as synergids. Two synergids and one egg is present. So chalazal end side, three cells are present which are called as the antipodals, and synergids are present in the posterior side, and also one egg is also situated. So these three, here three cells are there, above also three cells are there. And another one is in the central portion, two nuclei are present. These two nuclei are called as polar nuclei. These two nuclei are called as polar nuclei. Here also the membrane cell wall covers this cell, and here this is also called as a central cell. We can call it as a central cell. So total how many cells are there? Only single cell. It is a single cell, but two nuclei are present. All are haploid state. Antipodals are in haploid state, and the egg and synergids also haploid state. But the polar nuclei or central cell is a diploid state. So total how many cells are there in the embryo sac means total number of cells are 7. 1, 2, 3 in the polar end, 3 cells are there. And the next one above 3 cells are there. 3 plus 3, 6 plus 1, 7 cells are there. 7 cells are present in the embryo sac. And how many nuclei are present means cells in the embryo sac. In the embryo sac, 7 cells are present and 8 nuclei are present. 7 cells are present and 8 nuclei are present. If you observe if you observe the synergids, these synergids having foot-like structures here. Foot-like structures are present, which are called as filiform apparatus. This is called filiform apparatus. Filiform apparatus is present. What is its use? Means filiform apparatus is a very important, which play an important role in guiding the pollen tubes into the synergid. That is the role of filiform apparatus. Okay, and what is there any use of antipodals? Means antipodals are also non-functional, same like the 3 megaspores. So these 3 are antipodals. These 3 antipodals do not have any function. That's why later they are disappear from the embryo sac. So this is the total information about embryo sac. This is the total information, and I hope you all understand this topic. And we will continue, and we will meet again in the next session. Thank you, and stay home and be healthy. Thank you.